Hello guys, my name is Daniel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to share with you the latest updates made by the UK Home Office in relation to immigration policies, and some of the changes that will be discussed in this video are still proposed changes, and of course there's going to be a lot of meetings and debates that will be held in order to decide if this particular or this proposed measures would be passed into law. And the essence of sharing this video is for people to ensure that they are properly informed and make informed decision when it comes to relocation into the United Kingdom. So you don't want to spend millions of naira or thousands of pounds on your immigration plans only for you to discover that a policy is going to be implemented very soon that would affect your relocation plans. So you need to ensure that you keep yourself up to date to some of the proposed measures being made in relation to UK immigration policy. So if this sounds like something you'd like to know more about, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into. It's no longer news that some of the law passed in the UK first start as proposed measures, and recently there's been a lot of information going around as regards the UK government planning to stop international students from bringing in dependents. It also came in as proposed measures by the members of parliament, and a couple of weeks ago it was passed into law that from January 2024 international students coming for master's program in the UK are no longer allowed to bring in their family or dependents into the United Kingdom. And this right or this privilege is only given to those coming for a research program like PhD. So yeah, it's all started as a proposed measure. And one of the things that is being talked about now in relation to UK immigration is the fact that the government is trying to put some measures in place to reduce the number of dependents coming into the UK under those on the health and care visa. So if you're on the health and care visa, or you're planning to move into the UK on the health and care visa, then there's a proposed measure in relation to people coming under this visa category being able to bring in their dependents into the United Kingdom. Now, it's a public knowledge that those coming into the UK on the health and care visa, nurses, healthcare workers, senior carers, these people are under the shortage occupation. And one of the things the government has been trying to do here in the year 2023 is the fact that they're trying to control immigration into the country. And it makes a lot of sense for them to look at, oh, what are those immigration routes that is no longer profitable to the country, is no longer benefiting the economy in so many ways. And some of those measures were put into law a couple of weeks ago to stop some visa categories from coming in and all of that. Now, so for those who are in the health and care sector, many of them or everyone coming to the health and care sector are not required to pay IHS fee, which is known as the immigration health surcharge. And so if I as a person, I come into the UK or I got an healthcare job and I've got a wife and let's say 3 kids, if I'm processing my documentation or processing my visa, I'm not going to pay the IHS fee. My 3 dependents or 4 dependents are also not going to pay the IHS fee. So aside from the value that the healthcare worker is bringing to the the healthcare sector here in the UK, they are also trying to put in some measures to ensure that those dependents coming with them are also benefiting or also giving back to the economy in so many ways. So the proposed measures to stop healthcare workers from bringing in their dependents in the UK in a way might hurt the government in a way, and at the same time they also need to ensure that the dependents coming with these people on the health and care sector are also, they've got the right qualification, they've got the right skill sets to eventually add back to the government or to the economy at large. So what they're planning is that they're looking at ensuring that those who are on the dependent visa for healthcare workers are also able to meet some requirements, because as of now, if you're applying for a dependent visa, the decision on your visa is entirely tied to the main applicant. So if the main applicant meets all the required conditions, then there's 99% chances that the dependent will also be given the visa. So what they're planning to do now is that, so if you're coming on a dependent visa for someone on the health and care visa, then they might need to ask for some qualification to see that when you get into the UK, you're not going to be a liability to the UK government. So for those who are planning on coming into the UK on the health and care visa, it's very important for you to try as much as possible to push out your application as soon as possible, because very soon there's possibility that those applying for the dependent visa, for those on the skilled or the health and care visa, might be required to start providing additional documentation, because you're only going to pay your visa fee, you're not going to pay any IHS fee. And if you are going to enjoy those benefits from the UK government, they also in turn want to see that you've got the right qualification and skill set to work and give back to the community, which makes a lot of sense, to be honest. So if you're getting free IHS fee, then you should be able to get about the requirements or skill sets to add back to the economy, basically. Yeah, so those are some of the things that they're planning to, or that are still being proposed in relation to dependent visa for those on the health and care sector. Now, another most common question being asked by people is, so what happens if someone on the skilled worker visa or someone on the health and care visa changes job? What happens to the dependent? So for instance, if I'm on a health and care visa and I decide to change my my sponsor, probably I used to work with a care home, then I got a job with the NHS, I'm trying to change my sponsor. Now when I change my visa, what happens to my dependents? Do they also need to change their visa? Now this is the answer to that question. Now if I'm a dependent to someone on a health and care visa who just changed his or her job, I don't need to change my visa also. So far my main applicant remains in that visa category, still works in the UK. I don't need to change my visa until my current visa expires. So when my current visa expires, then I can apply for a new visa under my partner's current visa. So I don't know if that makes sense. So you don't need to apply immediately. Your partner switch their visa, change employer. You can as well just hold on until the current visa with you expires, then you can then apply for a new visa. While talking about those on the health and care visa, it's also important for me to also mention about those who have been coming into the UK on these visa categories and have been struggling with their employer to get in shifts. I've got quite a number of people have a chat with me saying, oh, they came into the UK about 6 months now and they haven't worked at all. And it's really a very dicey situation, because on your visa category or on your visa in the UK as a skilled worker or health and care worker, there's a required amount of money expected to come into your salary every month, because obviously you came on into the UK sponsored by an employer, which if you're working with an employer, you're expected to be paid. So if there's no track of payment in your account as salary every month, then it might be an issue to your next visa application, because one of the things the UK Home Office look at is if this person is applying for a new visa, how have they complied with the current visa they are on. And if you claim to be a skilled worker in the UK and there's no salary coming in from your sponsor or from your employer, then it raises a red flag. So I advise people who are in this situation to try to we focus on the NHS. NHS has really been sponsoring a lot of people, for the health and care jobs. So if you are looking for a job as an healthcare assistant, you probably want to check out some of the NHS trust in England, in Scotland, and also in Wales. I think even in Northern Ireland, some NHS trusts are currently sponsoring. So you want to quickly change your employer as soon as possible before you have a track record of no payment from your sponsor in your record. So I hope you find this video useful. If you do, please click on the like button, and if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.